Hey, welcome to 2 Minute Analysis. I'm Daniel Snyder from Seeking Alpha. In this series, we dive into the stocks that you request. Our goal is to not only entertain, but provide value and insights about the investments you care about. So let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and dive in. Today, because of the request on our FedEx episode, we're diving into Gilat Satellite Networks Ltd. That is ticker symbol GILT. We're going to go ahead and kick things off here with the quant rating system, which currently shows a strong buy rating on the stock. We'll dive into the factor grades in here in just a moment. Now, let's look at the Seeking Alpha analyst, with one analyst in the last 90 days giving the stock a buy rating. And lastly, let's look at Wall Street sell-side analysts, with 3 analysts in the last 90 days, 2 strong buys and 1 buy rating there. To learn more about how the Seeking Alpha quant system and Seeking Alpha analysts outperform the market, visit the link in the description of this video. So let's dive deeper. This is a small cap, $645 million market capitalization company in the information technology sector. Competitors include Viasat Incorporated, Comtech Telecommunications Corp, and Kratos Defense and Security Solutions. Now, let's dive into the factor grades, kicking things off with this B grade here for the valuation. Just want to point out 2 quick things. Looking at forward metrics on this company, it is currently price to sales at 1.46 compared to 3.44, with the difference of the sector as 57%, showing that this stock may be undervalued here. Now, also want to point out though, the EV to EBIT numbers showcasing that 24.66 compared to the sector at 20.45. Showcasing a little bit of overpricing and something to keep in mind. Jumping over to the growth grade, which is currently a B+, looking at the forward revenue growth here of 23.25% compared to the sector of 7.59%, something that all investors like to see there. Jumping over to profitability, we currently have a C+ grade on this stock, which is pretty moderate. And that's mainly because if we look at the net income margin here, 6.41% compared to 4.44%. So that's a 44% difference to the sector and something to keep an eye on. Jumping over to the momentum grade, we currently have an A, and that is due to the 1-year price performance of 136.48% compared to the sector at only 10.88%, massively outperforming its sector peers. And bringing up the revisions here, we have 2 upward revisions for earnings per share, 0 down in the last 3 months. And then jumping over to revenue, we have 3 up revisions for revenue and 0 down revisions for revenue, showing that analysts have optimism about the future earnings of Gilat Satellite Networks Ltd. So is now the time to add the stock to your portfolio? Well, as always, we encourage you to jump over here on Seeking Alpha, where you can read the analysts and jump into why some of our analysts give the stock rating a buy versus a sell or a hold here. Now, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you have a ticker you want us to cover, add it to the comment section below. And don't forget to follow Seeking Alpha so you get notified of the next 2-minute analysis.
We are not advising you personally concerning the nature, potential, value, or suitability of any particular security. You alone are solely responsible for determining whether any investment, security, or strategy, or any product or service is appropriate or suitable for you based on your investment objectives and personal and financial situation. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Content is presented as of the date published or indicated and may be superseded by future events. It represents my opinions, which may not reflect the views of Seeking Alpha as a whole. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Seeking Alpha is not a licensed securities dealer, broker, or U.S. investment advisor or investment bank.